Can we wake up Dr. Steve?
Oh, boy.
He's tweeting about a meteor shower. Then he writes me and goes, hey, on your way to work, make sure you check out the meteor shower. I don't even know where to look.
In the sky.
But he doesn't tell me where to look.
Oh.
No, I know it's in the sky, but do I look to the north, the south, the east, the west?
Yeah.
What time do I look?
Dr. Steve didn't put the proper coordinates.
Is the meteor shower just going to wait for me?
Yeah.
And decide to start its little show? What the fuck was he tweeting about last night?
I don't know.
Did you see a meteor shower?
No, it supposedly ended at 5.
And what do you see?
Just streaks of light going, whee, whee, shooting stars is all you're seeing.
Oh, but a lot of it?
Yeah, a lot of them.
That's what a meteor shower is? You see a lot of those?
You just see a lot of shooting stars. That's pretty much it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? I didn't see no meteor shower, and I was looking all over the sky. He made me look all over the sky this morning.
NASA has a Ustream channel, and they were putting up a live video feed of the sky. And
was it cool?
And a little thing. I didn't see it. I just heard that it was up.
Oh.
But the Quadrantids meteor shower.
What?
Sounds like a monster from Star Trek.
That space shit scares me. It's too big out there.
It's very big.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very
I don't like to
big
think how big it really is.
Oh, it's very
I really
big.
don't like to think about
We're
it.
very small.
I don't want to think about that.
We're teeny, tiny little things.
How tiny are we
as
individuals?
Insignificant.
But are we like a piece of dust? Or smaller than that? Really?
Less. You could see dust. Sometimes it's significant. Sometimes it makes you cough.
So in the overall scheme of things,
nothing.
We're not even a piece of dust?
Zilch. We need to be a part of a collective that makes a difference.
Is Earth at least a piece of dust?
Oh, that's nothing. Earth is nothing.
It's not even a piece of dust in the overall scheme of things?
Picture a grain of sand on the biggest beach or the desert, in the Sahara Desert, that is underneath all the rest of the sand, that will never see the light of day, never get stepped on by the foot of anyone, never even be near anything that makes a difference. That's what our entire galaxy is.
Get out of here.
That's what the Milky Way galaxy is. Man. Oh, yeah.
So we're pompous as humans thinking we could explore space, right?
We can't explore shit.
Like it's
barely get out of our own house.
It's like sitting in the sand, going with your analogy, and just kind of looking around you.
Oh, yeah.
And not exploring the entire rest of the beach.
You can't get to the rest of the beach.
Oh, my God.
Yes, we were all thrilled that we got people to the moon at one point.
Oh, my God.
And that's like nothing.
Oh, we're all going to die.
That's such a short trip.
And no one will ever know we were here.
That's it. Make your mark now on the internet.
So let's just enjoy the radio show today.
Yeah.
And jerk off later. Here's Dr. Steve.
Oh.
Steve.
Dr. Steve.
Dr. Steve?
Fucking nailed it.
And nailed it?
Totally nailed it, yeah.
So we'll never know shit.
Nah. There's always going to be so much more to know that we'll never know.
He's talking about our galaxy just being one grain of sand somewhere in the middle of a beach.
Yeah, there's as many galaxies in the universe as there are grains of sand on our beaches. I mean, it's unimaginable how vast. And there's
So then, why did we get these shitty brains? Why couldn't we get a cooler brain?
Well,
try to figure it out.
Right. To understand it, so we don't feel so insignificant.
We're standing on the shoulders of our ancestors, and what our ancestors had to do was, make sure they didn't get eaten by a saber-toothed tiger.
Yeah.
And so, that's the brain that we're given right now. And this is one of the reasons why people believe in crazy things.
Yeah.
We always wonder why people are so prone to believe crazy things, and it's because there's an evolutionary advantage to that. If you were the guy standing in the African savanna, and you saw the grass move in the distance, and you ran away because you believed every time that it was a saber-toothed tiger or a tiger or a lion or whatever predator was after you, then there was a survival advantage in that. If you were the one that went and said, well, let me analytically check this out and see if it really is run away, then you were probably going to get eaten one time out of 1,000.
Yeah.
So that gene for believing, outlandish things was actually a survival mechanism, and that's why people believe in outlandish things now, I think.
Yeah. I think the whole religion thing comes into play, too, because there's just this need to think that you're more important than you are, and that something needs to be carried on, that you're so important that the idea that you just won't exist anymore is incomprehensible.
It is incomprehensible.
Yeah.
That's why
every night we go to sleep, we cease to exist, and we're okay with that. And, I love what Ken Gillette said when he was on your show recently, that the billions of years that you weren't here and the fact that you didn't experience any of that time at all does not seem to bother people.
That's
billions
perfect.
Of years after.
Yeah, it's all that after stuff that kind of gets you. And apparently you only seem to care about it while you're here.
That's right.
Because no one really seems to care about it enough to come back after they're gone. Oh, man.
Damn.
Yeah, you could believe that if you want, Dr. Steve. I'm going to walk with the Lord.
Oh, Chip has found Jesus.
My mother told me that you go to a very special place when you die.
Yeah, where?
Up to heaven.
Oh, yeah? Where's heaven?
I don't know, up in the sky, everything's lined with gold. Everybody's nice to you.
You're a retard.
Dr. Steve, how old is the Earth? 6,000 years old?
Yes, in hours. Quickly, go.
Yeah.
3.7 billion years old.
Yeah.
3.7 billion?
Well,
at least.
Do you think
4.5 billion? So.
Do you think there were a bunch of other civilizations way before us that got completely wiped out and then we started over?
You mean advanced civilizations like that?
Yeah. Something kind of similar to us, I guess.
Here's the thing. I don't think so. And the reason I don't is because the one thing that that an advanced civilization will have, you don't have to be that advanced, is to have ceramics. And ceramics can last for billions of years. When we're gone, and if some alien civilization comes here after we've been swallowed up by the sun when it goes into its red giant phase, the one thing that they will find that we leave behind is ceramics.
Damn.
Even more than metal?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, what happens to metal now? I mean, look at these junk cars in some of the less desirable neighborhoods. They're already
Yeah, they rust away, and then they just erode, and then they're gone.
Turn it to dust.
Yeah, but ceramics, isn't that funny? People just see teacups.
They last longer than anything else we've ever made?
Yes.
Wow.
Does make sense, because a lot of times when they find things, it's some type of pottery and ceramics.
So that's pretty amazing. If the Earth is 3.7 billion years old, and this tiny little part of it is, human civilization. That's pretty fucked up.
Our whole time here has been nothing.
Oh, my God.
But it's pretty fucked up that, we're an advanced civilization, even though the Earth's been around for 3.7 billion.
Relatively speaking.
That's why I'm suspicious that there was others before us, because 3.7 billion years and finally we pop up.
Well, the Earth wasn't really very inhabitable for a large portion of that.
That's why I believe we came from somewhere else. We just jumped from planet to planet, away from the sun.
Right. I hope you're right, dude, because here's the thing. If we fuck up and we destroy ourselves, we've got less than 1 to 2 billion years to get it kick-started again before we can get off this planet, before it truly becomes uninhabitable.
Yeah.
I believe that the only long-term goal we need to have is to get off this planet, because and it's not just asteroids, it's not just the sun that can destroy us. There is a supervolcano.
We know about the supervolcano. It freaks us all out.
I'll take the volcano.
Under Yosemite...
Supervolcano.
Oh, Yellowstone, right. Under Yellowstone. We know about the supervolcano. We wipe out everybody. And we know it's due to erupt. We know all this.
Can I ask you a question, Steve? Can I ask you a question about the supervolcano? Is it mild-mannered normally? Like, do we know which one it is because they're like, hey, why is that volcano wearing glasses?
Wow.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Wow, that could be the worst.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Boo.
Dr. Steve?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Dr. Steve, do you believe that there's other civilizations sort of like ours out in the universe?
I think there has to be, but it's interesting that we've been searching for them using the search for extraterrestrial intelligence for several years now, and done a pretty, a good start on the survey of the skies, and have found absolutely nothing.
Yeah, but let's go back to the beach, and if we're one grain of sand, how far have we searched?
Yeah, not very far. Not very far, because there are a lot of frequencies that we haven't checked yet, and a lot of stars that we haven't given the second look to, and, that we haven't gotten very far. And funding for search for extraterrestrial intelligence is just about dried up. So, the large array that they were going to develop now has something like 13 telescopes instead of the 1,300. I'm getting the numbers wrong, but, there's...
Yeah, we hear you.
Well, why is SETI such, like, it's almost like the scientific death. Why is it if you want to work for SETI, you're considered a quack?
Well, because they haven't had any results yet. And here's the thing. This is the thing is, if they never find anything, then what we have here is unbelievably rare and precious. And so that's a stunning, incredible result. If they do find something, then that's the most incredible result that you could imagine. So either way, it's going to be an incredible result. And but the problem is the negative just turns people off because they, it's just.
What about
the negative finding?
What about the collider where they had the as you and I have often joked, I've often said I come faster than a neutrino. And physics humor. Now, what about the neutrino? They said they retested that thousands of times, and the tests were held up so far. They passed the speed of light.
Right. And yeah, the signal. What it is they're looking at a cumulative signal over time, and it keeps coming up that the neutrino is arriving somewhat faster than it would if it obeyed the speed of light. Now, this is not something that we can use for time travel because, first off, the neutrino's mass is so small that it doesn't really apply to normal matter, and it's you're talking 60 trillionths of a second that it's arriving faster than it would if it obeyed the speed of light.
But it's only going a short distance, though, right? Imagine if it's only going to what, a couple thousand miles, a few hundred miles?
Right, but if it was longer than that, it would be arriving even earlier, you see? Because, if you multiply the distance, then the amount of time that it would take would be that much, the interval between the speed of light and the neutrino arriving would be even greater if it was a farther distance.
Sure.
Right, so it would beat the speed of light by even more.
Sure, yeah, we all know that.
So it's incredibly precise that they're able to measure this over such a small distance. And what that throws in is the possibility for a very small error causing this result. So they're still looking for it. They can't find it yet.
Dr. Steve, the audience just begging that you put this in some type of cartoon analogy so we can understand.
Yeah, we don't get it. Yeah, let's say you rolled a cookie.
Like a cartoony river.
But you see, we understand this, what you're saying. We don't need it to be cartooned up. If two giant ants... What? What does that mean?
I love Kaku.
Yeah, I do too. I like Dr. Steve better.
All right. Hey, Dr. Steve,
Steve was better?
Oh, Steve was better. Hey, I like Kaku better when Kaku gets me Valtrex. Am I right or wrong, Steve? But no, he explains things in a way that scientists like myself can understand it.
Yeah. What do you know about absolute omega? Rob wants to talk about it on the line, but maybe you just know about it. What is it?
Absolutely nothing. What the hell is it?
Language, Steve,
hold
please.
on a minute.
Gutter?
We might have a new
That's a new vodka. It's great.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Rob, go ahead real fast.
Yeah, no, absolute omega. There's a theoretical physicist that states that the absolute end game for the human race is when we explore the entire universe. This could be millions of years from now, but we explore the entire universe. We know everything there is to know about the universe and harness all its energy to where we'll eventually bring back every living human that's ever existed on this planet just because we're curious, and they'll never die or cease to exist from that point on. So he believes that that's like our heaven, or that's like when you die, you will be resurrected.
That sounds like hokum.
In this reality and live forever.
Oh, well, of course that comes into play because that gets people going like, oh, okay, I'll believe that.
That's scientists who kind of still believe in God, but know it's harder to believe in God. They're like, yeah, how could science work this out?
Yeah,
I like that.
Right.
Why can't the two be connected in some way, though? Why not? Why not?
Well, that was explored in a book called River World, where they brought back every person that had ever lived.
Oh, God, that would be a nightmare.
Yeah. Especially for murderers.
We wouldn't be able to leave this fucking building. How would we get home?
Crazy traffic.
Yeah, just people on top of people.
Traffic and people that don't know how to drive because they rode horses.
Yeah.
Right.
Crazy.
Stop swinging that thing over your head with the spikes on it. That's over.
What are you doing?
Higher.
It's like when I would play one of those games where you got to upgrade your military video games.
Yeah.
And then occasionally you hear like a clang, 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 and you got tanks rolling, and it's some guy with a sword at the front door of a fort. And it's like, wait a minute, I've already upgraded like 300 years, and this guy with a sword is still banging it out.
Imagine.
Yeah.
All of a sudden Vikings are walking around Times Square.
Age of Empires, that's what the game I used to play, Age of Empires. And you'd forget to like maybe kill off some of your old soldiers.
Right. And they're still around.
Yeah, they'd still be out there even though you're shooting missiles and shit.
What a pain in the ass. Dr. Steve, we called you about the meteor shower. You really bothered me yesterday with your tweets and your text messages. You didn't tell me where to look.
Oh.
Up.
Well,
and I didn't know what time I was supposed to look and what direction.
Okay.
Google it.
In my defense, I tweeted a link to an article that would tell you all of it.
Oh, I don't click on links. There's a lot of spam going on.
Attaboy, Ope.
I don't click on any links
Me
anymore.
neither.
I'm a link clicker.
Yeah.
You click the links?
On my phone.
You're a link lover.
On my phone.
You still get tricked on Twitter when the avatar is like kind of a hot chick, and then all it is a link, and you're like, I gotta click on it.
Nope. Hey, there's free iPhones.
No, they don't say anything. It goes to that iPhone site, and then it locks up your computer. I'm sure they're stealing everything you ever fucking had on your computer, but I can't help it. I click every time.
Yeah.
So let me tell you about this thing.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Wait, what are you going to tell us about?
The Quadrantid meteor shower.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah,
that's what we want to know.
Yeah, that's the reason why we...
It was only till 5.
Yeah, so what were we supposed to look for this morning, Dr. Steve?
Well, this is a...
Oh, no. Oh, no. Do you think he's just like, why? Why every time?
We woke him up.
Poor Dr. Steve. He's such a good guy, Dr. Steve.
No.
He's a genuinely good guy.
We only hurt the ones we love.
Yeah, it seems that way.
And Gregorio, to answer your question about where the Voyager is, we were talking during break.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. It's already past where Pluto is, and it's in the heliosphere.
What is that?
It's just this kind of...
the Voyager, for people that don't know, we launched that in the 70s.
77, yeah.
1977.
Yeah.
So it's been out there over 30 years, 35 years, 36 years almost, right?
And when you look at where it is, roughly,
yeah.
Like look at our sun, look at how far it's gone. It's like it's still in this... I think.
Wait, where is it?
On the outermost part of the circle or something.
No, but what are we looking at?
Show him where the sun is, Sam, or I'll smack you in the face.
Okay, that's the sun.
Sam.
Where's Earth?
Around there somewhere.
Oh, it's not even visible.
Oh my God, that's all it's gone in 36 years?
Yeah.
It's out there.
Voyager 1 and 2.
How long is it going to take to get into the orangey area?
I don't know.
Not getting into the bow shock.
What's the bow shock?
Oh, the bow shock.
When the bow breaks, everybody's like, what happened?
What's the bow shock?
That's considered where our solar system.
You missed a good one.
Oh, did I? Shit.
Okay, sorry. Bow shock.
It's just around our solar system because everything's moving, and then it's like it creates like solar winds, which is the helisphere. Like solar, it's almost like solar winds from the sun. Yeah. There's just a lot of shit going on up there.
We're not talking about this anymore?
Nebula. It looks like a nebula.
But it really is.
The Matari Nebula.
I just walked to the bathroom thinking my life means nothing.
Yeah.
I think that every time I go to the bathroom.
But then I'm like, I'm going to get back in that studio and we're going to fucking move on because this is depressing.
Yeah.
This fucking universe shit is... you find it fascinating, huh?
Oh, yeah.
I avoid it at all costs. When I used to have to go to that damn planetarium out there on Long Island, I would just look at the head in front of me. I didn't want to know shit.
Oh, yeah. I love that stuff.
I don't like knowing how insignificant everything is.
Yeah.
But it makes the humor so much better when you can incorporate deep space into it.
Of course.
Like a lot of times I'll say to some girl, she'll be like, well, I don't really feel like walking. I'll go, where are we going? Proxima Centauri?
Oh,
she goes nuts.
And she starts laughing, I bet.
Yeah.